As Harvey continues to lose strength and make its way out of Texas, rescue crews are working around the clock to help save people trapped by floodwaters. In Port Arthur, Texas, helicopter crews airlifted several people from an apartment complex. The mayor there says first responders and rescue volunteers are going door to door to help people evacuate from their homes, many of which contain knee-deep water. CBS News' Danielle Nottingham is in Port Arthur, Texas, and she joins us now. Danielle, give us some idea of what things are like where you are right now.
Well, Dana, this is truly a city that is underwater, and I'm going to step out of the way and show you why. Take a look at this. This is the Robert Bowers Civic Center. This was the initial location where they were sending evacuees to shelter them, and they had to evacuate them from this building because of the flooding. And you can see all of these days later how devastating this flooding is. Cars submerged, buses submerged, and if you pan around, it's the same way. This whole highway, a library underwater, there's businesses underwater. This is what this town looks like right now, and you could go down any street and see the same scene. Now, we don't see any boats in the water right now, but all throughout the morning and this afternoon, volunteers, they've been coming in with their boats. Behind all of this are more neighborhoods, and that's what's been so difficult out here, is getting to people. It's hard to go knocking door for door when you can't go on foot. You've got to get a boat to get into these neighborhoods and check on people to see if they're okay, rescue them, get them to dry land. And because of the dire situation here, as they evacuate people, they're getting them out of town. They're going to other places. So that only complicates the situation of where to shelter evacuees, not only here, but in other places around East Texas.
Yeah, we were talking earlier with Anna Werner about the area there, even just the danger of some of those evacuations. With those people that you mentioned that have been evacuated once and then evacuated again, have you been hearing some of their stories, what they're saying?
Yeah, a lot of people that we spoke to, people who are still in their homes right now because they didn't think the storm was going to be that bad. They said they thought they could ride it out and walk out of their homes a couple of days later. But what they're figuring out now is the flooding is much worse than what it might be just out of their doorstep. And that's why they can't get away. I mean, look at the scene behind you. You can't walk to the highway up here safely at all. So a lot of people that we've been talking to, they're just devastated. They just never thought it would be like this and it would come to this, Dana.
And have we seen our waters there? I know in the Houston area, they're starting to recede. In that area where you are specifically, are they doing that yet?
Just a little bit. It took quite a trip for myself and my cameraman to get here today, and we were in another part of East Texas. Some highways, there are cars that can pass through. You definitely need a big vehicle that can get through a couple of feet of water, but it's still one way coming in, one way going out. It's very tricky. It's not safe, but it's getting better in some places, but that is relatively speaking. This is still a crisis area.
I know you've seen some of the rescues firsthand, and we were just talking about discussions with them. What about these first responders? Not all are people that are working for a police or fire or military. Some of these are just people who have gone to help out. What can you tell us about them?
Right, not at all. I don't know if you could see this right here. Just as we were speaking, there was one of those volunteers passing by with a boat. There are people coming from all over. We met a group this morning from Alabama. They're from the No Limit Church, and they drove in hours to come here to help. They've been delivering food, water, pet food, even bug repellent they were handing out earlier. They're just doing everything they can. And these volunteers, there's another grassroots group called the Cajun Navy. They've been around here. These groups have coming in, and they're doing a tremendous service for everyone here and local law enforcement, because the police here, the fire department, they're asking for help. They need more boats. They don't have enough equipment. So they're asking people, if you have a boat, come in here if you can and help us find some people and get them out of here.
Yeah, you know, we see the sunny skies, but it's almost a misnomer, because obviously it's not safe to sort of get around right now. What are authorities saying to people there as far as getting out or staying where they are?
If you're out, stay out. It's a survival mode. It's kind of shelter in place. Call for help and wait for someone to come and rescue you. If it does not look safe on your street, don't go out. It could be a couple of inches of water, and you can take a couple of steps and it's a foot or two of water. And that happened to me today. So they're really telling people, shelter in place, wait to get rescued, and don't come back in here.
Danielle, have you gotten maybe a message from the people there that you've met, whether it be the first responders or people that have been rescued, sort of that they want others to know about, whether it be something that they need or messages for the rest of the country at this point?
They want everyone to know how dire the situation is here, and they're very grateful for people who have come in to try to help. They need water, they need toilet paper. I can't tell you how many residents in that apartment complex that we saw today when we were on that boat helping deliver supplies. They were asking for toilet paper more than anything. They need basic necessities to get through this time before people can start walking out of these neighborhoods. So they want everyone to know what they're going through, and it's really a call for help. If you can help, help. That's what they're asking for.
All right, Danielle Nottingham in Port Arthur, Texas. You guys be careful out there as well. We appreciate the update.